God held on to these people, to these things, and guess what? We begin to complain. We begin to say, well, this is the reason why I can't do this. Because we use these things as a crutch.
Right.
But God, during the time of intimacy, He got to remove the crutch that, guess what, we have been so dependent upon.
Yes.
Because God said, guess what, you've been dependent on them more than, guess what, you depend on me.
Then you depend on me.
You love them more than what you love me.
That's right.
And this is the reason why you don't know who you are.
That's right. That's right.
Because you're too wrapped up in their identity and not in the identity of Christ. So I got to call you to my face and guess what? Tell you to take a glimpse at what and who you truly are.
Come on.
Even though you lie, take a glimpse. Take a peek. Look at who and what you truly are. You're not a liar even though you told a lie, but that's not who you are.
That's not who you are. That's right.
You're not an adulterer even though guess what, you may have committed the act, but that's not who you are.
Not who you are.
In the eyesight of God, God said you are my son.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So God just simply waiting for you to just simply get pure naked.
That's it.
Woo! You know one thing I realized? Oh, man,
That's good, Pastor.
excuse my vernacular, but I gotta paint the picture for you. Now, after I paint the picture for y'all, don't y'all run out the room.
Come on.
Some of us, we're actually afraid of getting in the mirror, taking off all our clothes and looking at ourselves in the mirror.
My Lord.
Because they can't dare all the excess stuff. We can't dare all the extra stuff. But until you're able to face yourself in the mirror,
That's right.
and tell yourself, even though I may have some extra baggage, extra luggage, but in the eyesight of God, I'm still good.
I'm still good.
I ain't got to lose no weight for no Negro.
My Lord.
But what I got to do is lose the weight, lose the idea that I've been holding on to. I thought that if I lost the weight, the Negro would love me.
My Lord.
The woman like God would accept me. But the reason why, guess what? We're still lost of all of our identity is because we lost track of our own self.
That's right.
So God got to draw you to Himself so you can see yourself again.
Okay. Yeah.
Again. Again.
Yeah.
This is not so much a time when I call you up, I lay hands on you, and I prophesy to you. No, it ain't time for face-to-face encounter.
That's right.
We didn't have enough prophecy.
Right.
We didn't have enough oil being laid on.
Yes. Yes.
Still the same.
Yes.
But until you make up in your mind that enough is enough, they're not the problem, I've been the problem.
Oh, come on.
I've been the reason as to why I haven't been further than where I am today. How many of you say, if they hadn't done this to me, then I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't be doing the things that I've been doing. But the Bible began to tell me that guess what? Your thoughts are not His thoughts. Neither are your ways are His ways. But if your ways please the Lord, you will never be able to bring forth what is pleasing until you face yourself in the mirror and begin to take responsibility for a lot of stuff that we created in our lives. It wasn't God, it wasn't the devil, but it was our own doing.
That's right. You gotta talk. Come on.
I created all this misery.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
When God began to say, the blessing of the Lord make it rich, and He added no sorrow. If there's nothing but sorrow in your life, God didn't give it to you.
That's right.
And the devil didn't give it to you.
That's right.
But you chose it for yourself.
Yes.
But tonight I'm going to get a good look at myself. I'm going to examine myself. And after I begin to examine myself, then guess what? I'm going to examine my ways.
Yes.
There got to be a changing of the thoughts. And see, when there's a face-to-face encounter, the Bible said, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. He has to show you how you have been thinking about yourself. And this is the reason why you continue creating the things in your life that you've been creating.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It is so.
So when you finally get a hold of that thought, then you can finally, guess what, eject that thought out of your mind. Because that thought God didn't The Bible says that God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a power of love and a sound mind. So if we are fearful people, where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
Now we can say all day, my mom was that way, my daddy was that way, my grandfather that way, my great-grandfather that way, my great-great-grandfather that way, on and on and on and on, all the way back to Eve, and we keep going. And guess what? We will also continue to keep on blaming Eve.
My Lord.
When God already dealt with Eve,
That's right.
and God had already came and died,
Right.
and had already delivered us from the sin that entered into the world.
That's right.
The Bible said that God bore all the sins of the whole world, not just part of the world. All of the whole world was sin and corrupt due to the disobedience of man. When man disobeyed, God talking about Adam, then sin entered into the world. But when Jesus came on the scene,
That's right. That's right.
he dealt with everything. He dealt with the reason why sin entered into the world. And then the Bible begins to say, he bore all the sins of the world in his own body. So then guess what? We could be restored back unto righteousness.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So God has us here these 2 nights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because he want to know how bad are you ready to be? How bad do you want to be? How bad do you really want to prosper? How bad do you really want to receive the things that God has prepared? It's not a time when we jump, shout, foam, and do all the different things, fall out on the floor. He did that, done that.
My Lord.
But still, there was no change.
Still there was no.
But tonight, I'm coming face to face with God because I'm ready to change.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes.
Naked, but I ain't ashamed no more. This is the real me. This is the real me. This is the real me. This is who I've been used to be. Then after you finally get a glimpse of God, he beckons you, begin to say, okay, well, since you told me that, tell me something else.